Hey everybody, Brian Maher here, co-founder of the Hudson Valley Honor Flight with my good friend Dave Nicoli. Dave, how you doing, man?
Good to see you, Brian. Thanks
Doing
for
all right?
having me. Always a pleasure to see you, man.
Cool. So listen, we're here to talk about and promote the Hudson Valley Honor Flight 10th Anniversary Gala, an evening under the stars at Tett's Family Farm in the town of Chester, and we are really excited about this beautiful venue and celebrating 10 years of the Hudson Valley Honor Flight. First thing we're going to ask you to do is hit the share button, help us get the word out. This is about promoting our event, which is going to help us continue to honor our veterans who have served in so many different wars. And what we really want to do is, aside from continuing to post so many visuals about our event and the flyers, we want to talk a little bit about the genesis of Hudson Valley Honor Flight. And to do that, we cannot without Steve Nicoli, and thinking of Steve Nicoli, who we lost due to COVID very recently. We're all very still hurt by that, and it's something that none of us will truly get over, but he was the founder. He was the individual who came to me and came to so many people with this idea of bringing Hudson Valley honor veterans to the honor flight. And what I want to do right now is have his brother David talk a little bit about his experience, because I know when Steve came to me and had this idea, it was great, and I know what my reaction was, but I never actually heard yours. So what was it like for you when Steve came to you and was like, hey, I have this idea, this is what I'm going to do? What was that? Talk to me about that.
I mean, first of all, we miss Steve every day.
Yeah.
He was a special person, and we're super proud. When he first came to me and told me about Hudson Valley Honor Flight, now keep in mind, we were packing, care packages to send out to the troops. My mom's living room kitchen would be packed. That was great. We'd hold a poker tournament. When he mentioned this, Dave, I think I want to try and get an airplane and fly. I thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
I thought he was crazy, but you know what? Steve always thought big. He had big ideas. His military brothers they were his family, and Steve always put family first. So I was all in. I said, let's do it. And when I saw what you guys put together at Hotel Thayer, that event was just amazing. I don't know if you remember, Steve asked me to say the opening prayer.
Yes.
I was so nervous, but everybody, I think with Hudson Valley Honor Flight, one of my favorite things is the age gaps. Like when I go to the airport, you got 5-year-olds, giving high fives to 95-year-olds.
Right.
So Steve saw this big picture. Our whole family jumped behind him, and luckily he ran into you guys, and you guys really took off with this. I mean, we're so proud of everything you guys have done, everything Steve did. But I really thought he was crazy.
So Dave speaks of the Hotel Thayer event. So not a lot of folks know about this event. It was the first fundraising event that was ever put together by Hudson Valley Honor Flight. It was the first Hudson Valley Honor Flight event. It took place at West Point. Steve wanted it to be there. He said, we're not doing it anywhere else. Didn't matter if it was too expensive, didn't matter, any of that stuff. He was just, had the idea, we're doing it at the Hotel Thayer, it's West Point, and we're gonna build all this momentum, and we're all like, well, we should probably make money too. He's like, no, let's just have this event here. We kind of fought him a little bit on it, which was funny. And at the end of the day, the event came, and he was right. Like, the magic of the honor flight, the first realization of what honor flight allergies are, just the pure emotion of what we were trying to do, it came alive. This was in the summer of 2012, actually 2011, I want to say, towards the summer, fall 2011, this event took place, and we had a World War II veteran get up and play the guitar at 86 years old, that's 87 years old, and he was playing music.
I forgot that.
Then you had Warren Craig, whose ship sunk, and then he lost so many of his friends and his fellow sailors in World War II, and then he was stationed on another ship, and that ship sunk. And Senator Larkin had the greatest line of the night. He said, I'm never going to get on a ship with you, Warren. But what happened was, all the Gold Star mothers, all the business individuals, all the politicians, everybody was there, heard the World War II veterans speak, heard about their stories, heard about their service, and that event, which did not raise a lot of money, we actually, just to let everybody know, we actually lost money on that event. And I say that with a purpose, because just was this faith that Steve had, this overwhelming drive and force to say, doesn't matter, we need to show people this idea. We need them to feel it. And that event did that.
It did.
It didn't need to make any money. You know, it just needed to get everybody on point. So you were there at the event. What was that event like for you?
It was touching, you know, it opened my eyes. I kind of saw what Steve had envisioned, because I had no clue what I was walking into.
Yeah.
But just, I don't know if you remember, Steve wore actual
Yes.
World War II uniform. He looked amazing. He played the part, and everybody just, they felt it. They embraced it. And you're right. I think even though it didn't make money, the idea was out there.
Yeah.
And,
So I say that, you know, that first event didn't make money, and we were able to scrape together the funds we needed and borrow and didn't steal. And we just got that honor flight, that first one, done in 2012, right? So 10 years later, honor flights cost so much more. A charter flight alone, I believe, if my numbers are correct, Jennifer, are about $100,000
Just shy of it.
just for the charter flight now. Which back when we were doing it was like 50, right? So we need to raise more money. That's why we're here. We're telling you our stories because we just want you to know them. It's just a genuine group of individuals who got together and wanted to do something nice to honor our veterans. But let me tell you a little bit about the event. So it's going to be an evening under the stars at Tet's Family Farm. It is $200 a person, and I know that's not for everybody. But at the end of the day, it's going to be an unbelievable event. We're, you know, putting all, you know, no stops at all. The food, the drinks, the whole ambiance is just going to be absolutely beautiful. We could not do what we are doing without, you know, our special sponsors, people like ShopRite, and all the work that's being done by our volunteers. So please, Jennifer is going to put in the comments section how you can purchase your tickets today. Please purchase your tickets. Please come and share this amazing 10-year anniversary moment with us on this beautiful, very unique venue. And if you're unable to join us or you're unable to buy a ticket, please, again, hit the share button. Send this out to your network. Send this out to people you know. It's really going to be an unbelievable moment that you will not want to miss. If you've ever been to an honor flight, if you've ever came to us at the reception in the morning or in the evening or been on a flight, don't miss this event. We're going to be talking about its history. We're going to be sharing stories, just like you've done at our Lunch of Honors if you've been there, or just like you've seen on our social media when you've made comments. It's just going to be a very special evening, and we really hope you can make it. If you are somebody who is a business owner, or you know somebody who owns a business and has the ability to support our organization and our mission, sponsorships are still available, and we encourage you to sponsor. And Jennifer will put a link which will have all the information on how you purchase your tickets and how you sponsor on the comment sections. So please continue to hit the share button and direct folks. We are promoting this event and the 10 years that the Hudson Valley Honor Flight has been serving our World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and combat veterans. So, Dave, I know what Honor Flight means to me. Anyone who knows me has heard me talk about it. You know, in the context of the relationship you've had your whole life with your brother and being so proud of him, going forward, because I struggle with this too without Steve, right? What was the last honor flight like? You know, without him being here, but seeing Mikey and seeing those folks and you just feeling that energy leading up to it. I know Jody was there as well. What was that like for the family?
Man, it was so touching. Sometimes just talking about Steve gets me a little emotional. It was touching. I know my family, my father, my mother, my sister, everybody, my grandparents, my uncles, they're just all so proud of everything. It's amazing. It was amazing. I just stood back. There was a time I just kind of, I don't know if you saw me, I saw you there. I just kind of stepped back over, especially at ShopRite. I just stepped back and just looked at it, and I'm like, unbelievable. I can't even believe it's still going. It's so strong. It shows the pride that everybody has in our country.
Yeah.
And make sure you thank a veteran for their service. We do it every day.
Yeah.
My daughter Sawyer does it. I've instilled that in her, and every time she does it, it almost brings a tear to my eye. That's what these events do. They get me emotional. I go there. I love it. They like a make you feel good kind of
No,
day.
absolutely.
So and it's well needed. You know,
Yeah.
they need it. So I know our whole family appreciates this whole organization, and we want to help out and do everything we can to keep it going. So.
Well, listen, your family appreciates the organization. The organization wouldn't exist without your family and without Steve, because he was the person who really brought it all together, brought the idea together. And at the end of the day, for me, this event is so important because it's a culmination of all of the things that we've done, right? And it started out with Steve, myself, Becky, my sister Patricia, and then we recruited individuals like Frank Kimler, who is now the new chairman, who his legacy will always be the fact that we got Westchester involved and expanded the reach of the honor flight. Because without Frank and his leadership and expanding to Westchester and working with people like Jeff Garral and the team in Westchester at the airport, at the county, and the volunteers, without them, we wouldn't have the statistics we have in terms of taking 2,000 veterans over the last 10 years.
Amazing.
You know, we had an idea, we had the initial spark, but it took people like Frank and Jennifer and now Carol and Eric and all these folks, and still the old timers that are still there, that ability to find people who are so captivated by this cause is really important. So that's something that we're also going to touch on at the 10th anniversary gala at Tet's Farm on June 18th. Right, Jennifer?
Yes, June
I was trying not to look at my notes.
Hmm.
So listen, you're going to be there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You excited?
I can't wait. I can't wait. Get dressed up, have some drinks, have a good time. You know, you say 2,000 veterans have gone there.
Yeah.
I look at that's over 2,000 smiles, because I've seen every single one of them come off the plane. And no, I haven't seen every single one, but every single one that I've seen come off the plane, their faces just lit up. You know, some of them say it's like the best day of their life.
I know.
It's amazing.
It really is. And it's funny you say 2,000 smiles, but we all know that that's just the veterans. So what makes Honor Flight so special for so many people is it impacts on a personal level, on a motivational level, anyone who touches it. So whether it's the scouts, whether it's the parents, whether it's the volunteers, even the sponsors and the donors, thousands and thousands of people are impacted by honor flights for each honor flight. And we've done now, Jennifer, 26 honor flights.
Wow.
So just think about the population of the Hudson Valley. Think about 2,000 veterans. Add up their families, add up the volunteers, add up all the folks who've had smiles, whose lives have been made just a little bit better because of what our mission is all about.
That's true.
And just understand it's never not going to be there. We're always going to put honor flights together, but we need support. You need to raise money to put this magic together to make it happen. And with charter flights now costing nearly $100,000, we need your help more than ever. So I know $200 sounds a lot for a ticket. One, the event's going to be worth it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be worth every single penny. But it's going to be an investment not just in honoring veterans, but just helping to make our community feel a little more hopeful and patriotic, because that's really the magic of the honor flight. It's all encompassing. It leaves you feeling on a high, making you think you can do anything you want to do. Honestly, that's how I feel about the honor flight.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, listen, we're gonna end it there. I wanted to just make sure that David was here representing Steve, since Steve could not be here. I was interested in his perspective, which I really appreciated. Is there anything you wanted to end on behalf of Steve, on behalf of yourself, on behalf of the family, before we get off here?
Not much. Just thank you for all the support for Honor Flight. Thank you for all the reaching out support to my family, for my brother. He'd be so proud. You know, you can't judge. He was only 43, but he had 43 really good. I saw 43 of them. 43 really good, amazing years. He was very proud. He loved what he did, and he would be super proud of what's going on. So I hope everybody's out at the gala. Let's have a good time and raise some money.
We should. And the last thing I want to leave everybody with is two things, actually. First, if you feel as though you're not able to attend, you still can contribute. We started up this new idea. We're actually doing a yearbook. So you can do an ad in the yearbook where we're going to profile all of the veterans that went on honor flights in that particular calendar year. And there's going to be a digital yearbook showing at this event, and it's not too late to purchase your ad to be in this yearbook for this event, but also it'll be in the printed yearbook towards the end of the year. So if you can do that, Jennifer is going to put in the comments section the information for that as well, so you can get your ticket. If you can't make it, you can ask a friend to sponsor, And if you want to be able to contribute at a lower level or another level, there are ad levels that are different. So please consider being part of our yearbook, and remember to hit the share button. Keep sharing this live stream, and more importantly, the last thing I'll end it with, put a comment in the comment section. If you've been touched by the honor flight in some way, if you have a story about the honor flight, use this thread, this live stream, and the 2 live streams we're going to have in the next 2 weeks while we continue to promote this event. Use this as an opportunity to share your favorite honor flight moment, and make this be a place where we can all come together, remember Steve, honor our veterans, and promote this amazing 10th anniversary gala, an evening under the stars at Tet's Family Farm, gorgeous venue, which you will never forget. We'll see you there, and remember, hit the share button, and thank you for your support of the Hudson Valley Honor Flight.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Brian.
Of course, Dave.
Appreciate it.